When we think of the Roman Empire, we picture gladiators, mighty emperors, and grand arenas. But behind the scenes, Rome had secrets that would surprise even history experts. From early social welfare to hidden underground religions, this ancient civilization was full of mysteries and shocking facts that rarely make it into textbooks. Today, we're uncovering 5 things about the Roman Empire that will change how you see it forever. Let's get started. The Romans had a social welfare system 2,000 years ago. Think social welfare as a modern concept? Think again. The Romans had their own system of government aid that helped poor families and orphans thousands of years ago. Under Emperor Trajan, Rome introduced Alimenta, a program that provided food, money, and education to underprivileged children. The goal was simple: help the poor and strengthen Rome's future workforce. Wealthy landowners were required to contribute to this system, making it one of the first state-sponsored welfare programs in history. The result? More educated and healthier citizens, which helped Rome grow even stronger. Sounds familiar, right? It turns out Rome was thinking about social responsibility long before modern governments. But while Rome was advanced in taking care of its people, it was also unknowingly poisoning them at the same time. The Romans were slowly poisoning themselves. With lead, Rome was famous for its amazing water systems. Their aqueducts transported fresh water from distant mountains into cities, supplying public baths, fountains, and even homes. Sounds great, until you find out they built most of these water pipes out of lead. We now know that lead is extremely toxic, but the Romans had no idea. They drank from lead pipes, cooked in lead pots, and even used lead in cosmetics. Some historians believe chronic lead poisoning led to major health problems, including brain damage, infertility, and even mental decline among Rome's elite. Even worse, recent studies suggest that Romans consumed up to 100 times more lead than modern humans. This could have weakened their decision-making and maybe even contributed to the fall of the empire. But while the Romans were unknowingly poisoning themselves, they were also masters of trade, bringing in luxury goods from across the world. Rome had a massive global spice trade. If you thought globalization was a modern thing, think again. Rome had an international trade network that brought exotic goods from places as far as India, Arabia, and China. One of the most fascinating trade hubs was the Horrea Piperitaria, or the Pepper Warehouse. Built in 94 AD, this massive storage facility in Rome held spices, herbs, and rare goods from across the empire. Black pepper, cinnamon, and incense were some of the most sought-after items, used for cooking, medicine, and even religious ceremonies. The demand was so high that entire trade routes were established just to bring these goods to Rome. In many ways, this early global trade system was the foundation for the modern economy we see today. But while Rome had impressive trade systems, it also had some of the most daring criminals in history, and one of them became a legend. Rome's most wanted criminal outsmarted the empire. The Roman Empire was built on law and order, but there was one man the authorities just couldn't catch: Bulla Felix, the greatest outlaw of ancient Rome. Between 205 and 207 AD, Bulla led a gang of over 600 men, raiding Roman supply lines, robbing the rich, and outwitting the authorities at every turn. He was not just a thief, but a master strategist, using disguises, bribery, and misinformation to stay ahead of the law. One of his boldest moves? He once impersonated a Roman official to free his own captured men. The guards were fooled and released them, without realizing they had just been tricked. For 2 years, the Roman military hunted him, but he always escaped. Eventually, he was betrayed, captured, and executed. Some believe his story inspired later Robin Hood legends, as he was said to steal from corrupt officials and help the poor. But while outlaws like Bulla Felix challenged the empire's rule, another mysterious force was rising in the shadows, a secret cult that nearly rivaled Christianity. Mithraism, the secret religion that almost replaced Christianity. Before Christianity became Rome's dominant religion, another mysterious faith was spreading: Mithraism. This secretive cult, centered around the god Mithras, was especially popular among soldiers and merchants. It had hidden underground temples, also known as Mithraea, secret initiation rites, and mysterious symbols that have baffled historians for centuries. Unlike Christianity, which was open to all, Mithraism was exclusively male and had a strict hierarchical system. It focused on loyalty, bravery, and personal transformation, making it appealing to Rome's military elite. Some scholars believe Mithraism could have become the empire's dominant religion, but by the 4th century AD, Christianity had imperial support, and Mithraism faded into obscurity. Even today, archaeologists discover hidden Mithraic temples across Europe, filled with intriguing symbols and artifacts. Could this lost religion have changed the course of history? We may never know. And that brings us back to the big question. How much of Rome's history do we really know? The Roman Empire wasn't just about gladiators and emperors. It was a complex world filled with unexpected advancements, shocking mistakes, and untold mysteries. These hidden stories remind us that history is never as simple as it seems. So, what do you think? Could the Roman Empire have been even more advanced and complex than we imagined? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.